Our story begins with Madeline Ashton, a glamorous, self-obsessed actress who's got ego, sass, and drama down to a science. Helen Sharp, her sweet, slightly nerdy frenemy of Madeline. Helen brings her fiancé, Dr. Ernest Minville, a brilliant plastic surgeon, to see one of Madeline's shows. But within seconds, Ernest is hypnotized by Madeline's looks. Helen tells him that she brought him to Madeline to test him, but Ernest calms Helen and tells her that he would never fall for Madeline. Despite this, weeks later he dumps Helen and marries Madeline. Seven years later, Helen is not doing great. She's gained weight, lost everything, and is obsessed with Madeline. Like padded room obsessed. She's literally watching Madeline's movie scene on repeat in a room full of cats. Her landlord also kicks her out of the house, and she goes under therapy where she is not doing well either. But when her doctor tells her that she should eliminate Madeline from her mind, she quickly makes up herself that she should eliminate Madeline not just from her mind but also from life. Fast forward another 7 years. Madeline and Ernest's marriage turns out to be a disaster. He's now a depressed drunk who embalms dead bodies, and Madeline is clinging to Botox like her youth depends on it. When Madeline sees signs of aging on her face, she panics and rushes to her doctor, but her doctor tells her that not much time has passed since the last procedure. This makes her furious. Then she meets a mysterious man who tells her that she can gain her youth back if she goes to his given address. She does not believe him and tears his given card into two. But then, Helen walks back into their lives. Helen has reemerged as a total bombshell. Red dress, perfect figure, glowing skin. She shows up at a glamorous book party to promote her new novel. And when Madeline sees her, she almost faints. And Ernest is drooling. After meeting Helen, Ernest and Madeline come back home. And Madeline goes to meet a young boy who is half her age, and with whom she was cheating on her husband. But that boy dumps Madeline and tells her that she is old. This makes Madeline very sad, and she decides that she will go to the address given by the mysterious man. As she reaches the destination, she encounters a slinky, ageless woman named Lyle, who offers Madeline a deal, a potion that gives eternal youth. Madeline hesitates until Lyle cuts her hand and heals it instantly. After witnessing this miracle, Madeline immediately accepts Lyle's offer and drinks the potion, which transforms her back to her 20s. Skin glowing, hair bouncing, everything's perky again. In Madeline's absence, Helen arrives at her house and starts convincing Ernest that Madeline has ruined his life and he should kill her so that they could be together again, but Ernest becomes horrified and could not understand what he should do. Next day, Madeline looks at herself in the mirror and feels very happy and confident because she is back into her younger self. As she passed by her husband, both start arguing and Madeline makes fun of him and calls him that he has gone flaccid and cannot satisfy her anymore. This makes Ernest lose his self, and he starts choking her and drags her to stairs. She starts begging him to let her go. Suddenly Ernest realizes that he has done wrong, and he lets her go, but she could not keep her balance on the stairs and asks Ernest to pull her. Ernest delays, so she shouts at him. Then Ernest realizes that he should get rid of her, so he pushes her. And boom! She falls down the stairs, her neck snaps. Her limbs twist unnaturally, and it appears that she is dead. After this, Ernest calls Helen in a panic and tells her that he has killed Madeline just like she asked him. But behind him, Madeline stands up. Bones cracking, limbs all messed up. She shuffles in like a zombie bride. She has no pulse, no heartbeat. She's now undead because she drank the potion. When Ernest looks at Madeline, he becomes terrified and starts screaming like he has seen a ghost. Madeline drags her broken, twisted neck back into the position. Ernest takes her to the hospital, but the doctor becomes very worried and confused when he hears no heartbeat. Yet, Madeline was sitting there, alive. Hospital staff considers Madeline dead and puts her in the morgue. Ernest rescues Madeline from the morgue and takes her back home. At home, Ernest starts fixing Madeline. But at that moment, Helen shows up at their house to make sure if Madeline is dead. Ernest comes downstairs, and they both start arguing. Madeline encounters this and confronts Helen with a shotgun and shoots her. Helen flies back into a fountain. Ernest, after watching Helen dead, becomes horrified and becomes panic about what he should do. Madeline blackmails him and manipulates him that he should get rid of Helen's body. He agrees. But then, Helen stands up, calmly, with a giant hole in her torso. Then Madeline realizes that Helen has took the potion too, which has made her immortal. They both start attacking each other with shovels. Ernest, who has already had enough, simply walks out of their dispute. After some time, they realize they are undead and falling apart, literally. They keep trying to kill each other, but neither can die. And poor Ernest is stuck in the middle. They decide that they need Ernest to constantly fix them, and in order to do that he needs to drink the potion. But Ernest has already had enough, and he has decided to leave and start his life all over again. So they drug his wine and offers it to him, but he rejects it, saying he has stopped drinking. They realize they have to do something else, so they both smash his head and he passes out. Next moment, Ernest finds himself in Lyle's mansion. Lyle throws a lavish ceremony, preparing to give Ernest the potion. She offers him eternal life, but he refuses. And when he gets the chance, he tries to escape from the mansion. In a dramatic chase, he gets bitten by Lyle's dogs and finds himself hanging on the top roof. Madeline and Helen appear and beg him to drink the potion he has in his pocket, so that he won't die if he falls, but he drops the potion, and a moment later, he loses his grip and falls. He crashes through glass ceiling and falls into a pool. From there, he takes the car and leaves the mansion, and leaving both women furious and crumbling. 37 years later, Ernest has passed away at the age of 81. A priest speaks lovingly at his funeral about his full life, children, a second marriage, happiness. Meanwhile, in the shadows, Madeline and Helen stand in black veils. They make fun of his funeral. As they leave the funeral, they take the veil off their faces, and they are in very bad condition. Their skin is cracking, faces melting, limbs barely hanging on. On their way back to their car, they bicker one more time while going down the stairs. Helen loses her balance and grabs Madeline, and both fell down the stairs. Their heads break off, and both women topple down like bowling pins.